any power to so declare a seat at home in any part of the country. The defendant arrogated to himself power to he lacks, and with the threat of violence, order the residents of the southeastern states to stay at home or face the consequences of their disobedience. This is an unconstitutional act which is subversive and amounts to nothing more than a terrorist act. It is also a notorious fact that the people of Southeast have been subjected to sit-at-home threats on Mondays for years now. PW4, who stated that he was stationed in the Southeast, especially in Imo State for some years, gave evidence that Monday sit-at-home is a usual occurrence wherein the town are deserted, even the farmlands. PW4 also gave evidence on the death of one Ahmad Goodluck, a former aide to the former President Goodluck Jonathan, that the said Ahmed Goodluck had been killed by airports meant in pursuant to the order of defendants. Ahmad Goodluck was trying to catch a flight out of Owerri on the 30th day of May 2021 when he ran into a checkpoint by IPOB and was shot dead. PW4 stated that he was one of those who got to the scene first. It must be noted that 30th of May 2021 was a Sunday, not a Monday, but notwithstanding, it leads to the death of a person trying to move around due to the directive of the defendant as shown in Exhibit PWK. Is a medical report from the Nigerian Police Medical Services, Owerri. The report is dated 18th July 2021 and it states, to whom it may concern, medical report. Late Ahmed Goodluck Ahmed, hospital number. The victim allegedly shot dead by hoodlums suspected to be IPOB/ECN members on 30th October 2021 at about 7 hours along Airport Road, Owerri. Picture of lifeless man seen, body of deceased buried, information. The above medical reports, duly signed by the medical practitioner, clearly states the immediate cause of the death of Ahmed Goodluck and links him to the defendant as leader of IPOB and ECN. The action of the defendant cannot be excused under any circumstances. The declaration of a sit-at-home without any constitutional power, especially the accompanied by the threat, is a terrorist act. The defendant did not present any evidence to rebut this case, the case of the prosecution. Consequently, he admits the evidence as presented by the prosecution. The prosecution has successfully proved count 2 beyond reasonable doubt. Consequently, the defendant is hereby convicted of count 2. With respect to count 3, the defendant is charged with professing to be a member and leader of indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, a proscribed organization in which hereby committing an offense contrary to and punishable under Section 16 of the Terrorism Prevention Act 2013. Section 16 of the Terrorism and Prevention Amendment Act provides, and I quote, any person who is a member or professes to be a member of terrorist group commits an offense and is liable on conviction to imprisonment for a time not less than 21 years. The ingredients of the offense from the above provisions are: 1. The defendant must be a person. The defendant must be a member or professes to be a member of a terrorist group. 3. The terrorist group must have been proscribed as at the time the defendant's claim or professes membership of such group. As earlier established, defendant is a human being. There is no doubt about that. With respect to second ingredient, prosecution has led evidence showing that the defendant was not just a member evidence. Prosecution has led evidence showing that the defendant was not just a member, but he was the leader of a terrorist organization known as Indigenous People of Biafra. Indeed, in the broadcast of 16th May 2021, as contained in Exhibit PWW, the defendant, in the beginning of the clip, stated this, and I quote, "My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of Indigenous People of Biafra and director of Radio Biafra, Biafra Television. I will remain a loyal servant of the people." He further stated around 51 minutes mark into the video. He on our side, which I know he is. The army of Nigeria will die in Biafra land. Everybody will die. I will be the one leading it. By God's grace, everything called Nigeria will perish in Biafra land. The world must be prepared for what is to come, unquote. In several other broadcasts, the defendants admitted the leader of Indigenous People of Biafra. There is no fact before this court showing that the defendant is not member, and in fact leader of the said group. The defendant from the evidence before this court also possessed power to order the coordinator of IPOB in a broadcast dated 11th May 2021 in Exhibit PWW. The defendants, while commenting on the meeting of Southern governors held in Asaba, stated around 35 minutes to the exhibits. While played, and I quote, "Concerning the lockdown announced yesterday, I urge all people of Biafra and all those in Biafra land to disobey the lockdown order given by the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. The reason is because they want to use the dead of the night to move their fighters into our forest, because we have defeated their foot soldiers. Mighty Allah, we must resist this stupid lockdown, and it will not hold in Biafra. I am calling on all the coordinators, deputy coordinator of ESN, and IPOB not to sleep in their houses today, but to look for somewhere else to stay. Because now we are in the trenches. Now you will know what is freedom fighting for. It is not comfortable. It is not rosy. Do not sleep at home. Do not sleep at home. Change your phone, and even your phone itself." The defendant no doubt belongs to the group and belongs to the professing to be a member. He is the leader of the group with the influence of commanding the coordinators of the group. Not only IPOB, but even Eastern Security Network, which is the armed wing of IPOB. In the broadcast of 12th December 2020, the defendant made an announcement in inaugurating the military group known as Eastern Security Network, which is the armed wing of the Indigenous People of Biafra. He stated, and I quote, "We have cowards, spine-land idiots as governors. They have given over our land to the Janjaweed to occupy in perpetuity. This very generation, this very IPOB will not tolerate it. Not now, not tomorrow, not forever. We will rather all perish and die than to allow our land to be taken over by the Janjaweed. This is a warning to all the governors who are conspiring due to one political consideration to give our land to infidel and blood-sucking demons from this time. It cannot happen, not under our watch. We are being told that some of these invaders come from Senegambia, Mali, from Nigeria Republic, and some from Chad, according to Governor of Katsina State, El-Rufai. Therefore, we are setting up the Eastern Security Network to combat the excesses of these vagabonds, criminals from crossing the Jail along the same line as Amotekun, the one set up by Mighty Allah.